We go through this every year. You know perfectly well what holiday it is.
Okay. Happy Halloween, everybody. Whoopee.
Row 18, plot 20.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Halloween shenanigans on Now It's Dark. I just watched a horror movie with a lot less horror than I would have liked, but it was called Maid Droid. This was definitely an experience. It's classified as a horror sci-fi thriller. I guess I would categorize it more as a thriller. Sci-fi, very loosely, sci-fi, horror, almost non-existent. It's an hour and 31 minutes. I did watch this on TUBI, so if you do want to go check this out after you hear this insightful review, fair warning, it has a 3.3 star rating. It was written and directed by Rich Mallery. The story is about Harrison, who's trying to get over his ex. So he hires Mako, a beautiful android maid whose past memories resurface, leading her to act out in violent ways. That's pretty accurate. This movie was really almost borderline softcore porn. Faith West plays Mako, the android maid. She's very attractive, very beautiful. Harrison was played by Jose Adam Alvarez, whose IMDb profile picture is a very young Jose Adam Alvarez. Kylee Michael plays Julie, who is the ex-girlfriend of Harrison. And there are a few other supporting cast members. Jonathan, played by Anthony Rainville. And then there are some workers from the private organization that provides these android service maids. But the intent is not just for house cleaning. Although, at one point, I thought this movie was a product placement sponsor for Pine Glow. Even in the trailer, it appears several times. Pine Glow plays a predominant role in this movie and is the sidekick companion to Mako, the android maid. So Pine Glow, Pine Glow, Pine Glow. You see more Pine Glow than boobies. But we do get boobies. So it is good. It's light on horror, but it does have boobies. And, I kind of have a thing for boobies. So the movie I wrote down is kind of like a fetishy type thing because you have the maid, French maid outfit throughout the movie. Pretty much Mako wears this French maid outfit. She does have a few wardrobe changes, but predominantly it's the French maid. So it's playing on that fetish. There's a little BDSM fetish play in this movie. There's the submissive master servant fetish thing. So this is like kind of like a fetish film with this, horror storyline that's just not very like suspenseful, scary horror. I guess horror in general has different definitions to a lot of people. For me, horror involves a lot more scare, I guess. I associate being scared with horror films or the attempt to make me scared or fearful of something in the future because I watched a movie. Like Ghoulies. I don't want to go take a poop after I watch Ghoulies. Hobbs Horror knows what that means. So the robot story, she's hired, or she's sent to Harrison. Harrison gets the number from his friend. Harrison, they do a really excruciating job of making us really understand how heartbroken he is for his girlfriend leaving him. It had only been 6 months, so I really thought kind of that they overplayed his heartbroken story. But I kind of get, like, we were trying to build up that if you're so down and heartbroken, you will go to any lengths to get that companionship. So he reluctantly calls the number that was provided to him by his friend, and I don't know. Like I said, it's more of like a softcore porn. There was one point when I was watching this in my studio here. I have a 65-inch TV, and it's on the wall that borders my daughter's wall. And I did have to turn the volume down for one particular scene because it just sounded like I was watching a porn movie, which isn't uncommon, but I don't usually have the sound up so loud. We start getting like a lot of flashbacks from Harrison for relationship stuff with the ex. And then as Mako is going to Harrison's home more often, she begins having memories or dreams or whatever. So I kind of think she had like some sort of android post-traumatic stress disorder from her previous client. And they kind of build on that so that by the end we have, android robot PTSD run amok. She, becomes cuckoo. By the end of the movie, though, unfortunately, I kind of was drifting. I started taking notes for other things aside from this movie, like, ideas for this or that for the channel. And so I might have missed some important story development, if there was any, because I don't know if Mako, the maid android service android, was at one point a human. I don't know that that's ever explored or we're given any information about that, because obviously she looks very human and can pleasure her clients, including herself itself, having orgasms. So that's some pretty high-tech stuff right there. I'm guessing that to buy one of these service androids, it would cost a pretty penny. You would have to save up for a little while. I wouldn't be able to obviously afford those services, but not gonna lie, I'm kind of a weirdo, so if this was a normal thing, I probably would have my house cleaned once in a while. So I don't know, it's a fun movie for just the TNA, I guess, because you do get to see all that, and that's always refreshing to watch a horror movie that does have some TNA, but it's very light on the story. I think that we're gonna. This is not an uncommon theme either, and if you just go to Google and type in Maid Droid, and you don't have your safe search clicked on, you're going to get a ton of inappropriate pictures. There is apparently like a whole Maid Droid thing out there. I never searched it out before, but I did extensive research after, because when I'm looking for thumbnail pictures, I type in the name of a movie that I'm about to review, so that I can look for images to put on screen or to do the thumbnail. And if you type in Maid Droid, you are going to get a whole bunch of Japanese porn stuff. And that's, just weird. So I'll probably be having to clear my search browser history soon. So, but that's going to do it. It's just a fun movie. It's on TUBI. If you want to just kind of have something on in the background and every once in a while glance up and see Pine Glow or some boobs, this would be the movie to watch. Let me know in the comments down below. What are your thoughts about android maids servicing you or your loved ones.